Looks like I'm doing pretty well here. I'm up in top 4 right now. Big jump. Hello folks, welcome to Netcruzer RC. VRC Pro with stock spec buggy the end of week 5, the mains on Rhein-Main. And I've just finished my 10-minute qualifiers. I did DNF, the ones that I did really poorly at, but these are my best runs. Previously run 5 was my best, but I just squeaked out a best run in run 10, which is a 16 laps in 10:04. That put me in the middle of the C main, and a couple of these guys have 2 hours left to place their finishes, but I'm just going to show you my main race. I just want to show you how I'm competing against these guys as we're like actively battling against each other, because I've moved up and down a bunch of positions over the 2 days that we've been racing, and there's 2 hours left in this event. I just want to show you the C main. So let me get that downloaded and we'll watch it. So here's all the drivers that we're going to be watching. Oh, the same thing happened again where I'm not getting my own replay. Let me go back. I think there's a bug with that. Watch practice. C main. There we go. So I went out and back in, and now I've got my radio button. So now I'm going to select these all, and we should be able to watch myself this time. So we're going to say watch only, and that will download all these racers, including me. So that's a weird bug. You go back, you go forth, and then if you're trying to watch your own race, it may or may not be there, but this should work. So we'll get to watch this now and see it. So before the race starts, I don't have any camera control, so we'll wait until the race begins, and then we'll put it on driver stand view, and we'll likely track me around, because I should be kind of mid-pack with everyone. I did it pretty good. If I started in position 7, and I know I did better than position 7, so
5,
yeah,
4,
cool.
3.
Here's the start. All right, Gilmore out in front. Let me just switch it to driver stand view so we can see everyone, and we'll put it on me. So I got a pretty good start there. I'm kind of mid-pack. All right, this is a bit of a cluster of all these people, but if you recognize these names or if you know anyone, that's pretty cool that you can watch all these people go around. A couple of these people in this race I do personally know. Oh yeah, I was going way wide there. I did learn how to kind of do this section a little bit quicker as we get along. This is certainly my best run yet, and you'll see that I'm driving quite hard. I almost wish that you could see throttle position, because many times I was going flat out as hard as I could, but without going wide. So yeah, I kind of learned that you got to stay in close to the wall there, or else it takes a lot of time off you. Jump into that corner. Looks like I'm doing pretty well here. I'm up in top 4 right now. Big jump. Currently fighting for 4th with Davidson. Brian Nesbitt's right behind me. Ooh, Brian with Nesbitt, the spin out. He does end up getting me in the end, but this is pretty interesting that I'm ahead of him right now. And I just got ahead of Davidson, so now I'm in 3rd. So we'll get to see what lap is it that I really fall back on, because I had a couple of 37s, maybe 1 or 2 38s, 136, but overall I'm up into 3rd right now. I'm doing great. I learned you stay tight in there. If you don't go wide on that corner, you save a lot of time. And then this sweeper here, this one you can almost go full throttle, and it kind of kicks your rear end around, and you can almost drift that corner and keep speed coming into that grassy section. And then in here you want to cut in early. That was not early enough, but if you cut in there early, you can save a little bit of time. I feel like I'm losing a lot of that time right after that first jump there, where Remier is just coming around now. I'm not doing that one well enough. But everything else I seem to be very well. I'm still holding 3rd position right now. All right, that was clean. Look at Nesbitt catch up on me right there. Okay, come around the grass. Full throttle, turn in. Oh, there it goes. I didn't lose too much time, but that was a screw up. I had a couple of interesting crashes in this, I do believe, but nothing that required a major marshal. I ended up landing on my wheels afterwards. So I've just dropped down to 4th now. Brian Nesbitt's, oh no, I'm still jockeying for 3rd and 4th. We're going back and forth. Everyone's right on my heels, though. Ooh, look at that. Nice tuck in by Davidson. Holy. All right. I felt like that was a better way to do that. If you go a little bit wide and then you can, in this kind of bumpy section before the roundabout there, you can go full throttle through the bumpy section and you approach that with a little bit more speed. And I screwed up the straightaway. Huge sideways drift. Oh, not too bad though. Not too bad. I didn't lose too much time. A couple of milliseconds. This is great. Oh, someone just fell over. Davidson turtled. Okay. So I have fallen back a bit now, but not out of anything kind of major that I've done wrong. I'm just not driving aggressively enough, I guess. Those other guys are doing that one corner really well. Everyone else is tucking that in super tight, and I usually go wide on that one. I feel like I go wide on that corner and then the other corner, which is a very tight hairpin, but I tend to overshoot it all the time and I lose a second that way. But everything else, I'm pretty good with. So it's this corner here. I tend to do well half the time, and then this one I'm approaching right now, this one here, I usually blow it most of the time. That was a little bit better. But a lot of the time I'm overshooting that one way too much. Okay, we're 4 minutes and 30 seconds into this race of a 10-minute main, and I'm doing pretty well. I have dropped down to 6th now, but I was up to 3rd for the good first 3 or 4 laps. I was in 3rd. And these next 3 guys ahead of me are within 1 second. If they would make a mistake or I would get a little bit tighter, I could reel them in. That was pretty good. And then here you go full throttle, and I didn't do that quite right because I could tell if I pushed a little bit too much, I would end up pushing off the track. But if you can get, there's a sweet spot there for that last corner where you're coming onto the grass. If you full throttle, you can sometimes like get around that really quickly. Was okay. And jump. Okay, and then go wide and tuck in, full throttle through there, and then use your momentum to stay close into the pipe for that. A little bumpy section, turn in. Yeah, I should probably have been going wider there, and then you could tuck in a little bit quicker, versus I was always on the inside. I probably should have been on the outside. A little nip of the pipe, but I recovered. Jump in here. Big jump. Must have been the other run that I had, where I had one really weird crash off of that big jump in one of my mains. I don't think it was my fastest run though, so you're not going to get to see it. See that? That was the quicker method. If you tuck in the inside, you can really whip around there fast. All right, 6.5 minutes down. I got a little bit squirrely there. I had to recover. You start to kind of pivot back and forth, and then you can see how much time that loses when you're watching replay like this. If you're right beside a guy and then you start to lose traction a little bit, you can see how much quicker they pull ahead than you do. But I've kind of caught up a bit now, but I'm still behind him. That was excellent. That was a nice fast approach through the washboard section and then tight in there, but I went wide there, but I was able to do a fast exit, so I didn't lose much time. Then we're right beside each other down the straightaway. I went a little bit wide there, and then see how we do in here. I feel like I'm not very fast in this section, but I held my own with the rest of the group. It's amazing how competitive we all are, like how close we are to each other. Over a 10-minute main, we're within a few seconds of finishing. That's amazing. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I could do that corner better. That one, ooh, you could see how much time I lost on that one. I had to slow down for the exit because I approached it wrong. But I caught up there. All right. Ooh, that was nice. Catching up to Edwards a little bit. Tuck in, go, jump. See how I do here. go wide and then tuck in, and then full throttle, and then I got too much on throttle, so I fishtailed, and then I lost time. And then a little bit offline there. Full throttle, tuck in early, too much. I touched the pipe, but I recovered. So far, so good. As far as I know, I did not need a Marshall in this whole run, which is why it's my best. A lot of my other runs, I maybe had one little Marshall that I had to have, and that one 40-second lap is just enough to knock you right down the standing. So this one I had no 40-second laps at all. Everything so far has been a 37-second lap, except for 2 laps, which were low 38s. Well, lap 5 was a 38.6. That one's kind of slow. What was that one? That was a 37.5. What's my fastest lap? Fastest lap is a 37.3 in this race so far. The fastest lap I've been able to get in total out of all the racing I've done here is a 36.7. Okay, we're down to the last minute. I lost a lot of time there, fishing out, pushing too hard. Come around, nice line tuck in, and here, see, yeah, wasn't that great. A little wide there. Okay, 30 seconds left. And we got a big jump, and then brake for the corner. Stay tight there. Stay tight here. Try and do this as much of a smooth line as you can. Big air for that one, and then you go wide and tuck in, and then full throttle through the washboards, and then try and roll your momentum through that corner. A little bit too much, as you can see I got sideways there, and then try and whip around here with as much speed as you can, up the grass, let off downhill, turn in, full throttle, let off, turn in, done. Race done in a 10:04. Right on. That was my main. So I landed in 6th position, 1.9 seconds behind Brian. Wow, Brian and Earl Edwards. Brian ended 0.111 seconds behind Earl Edwards. That's ridiculously close. That's as close as you can get, I would say. So Paul Gilmore got 16 laps, and then next guy behind him. Oh no, the first two, they're just finishing their 17 laps now. Anyway, that's the end of the race. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new on here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching. That's the standings as they are at 9 p.m. on May 1st, 2020. And while we're just quitting out here, I will show you the main standings on the website so you can see who's currently winning the A main. So Andrew Buchar is winning the A main, and he's probably doing laps in 35 seconds for every lap. Yeah, pretty much all 35s. With 36.2 is his slowest lap, and that's a half a second faster than my best lap ever. Then Jim Schufelt, Joe Glover. This positioning just changed. Andy just got this position because Kevin Tyler was in 4th last I looked. And then Gordy Tam, Jay McKay, Darren Quinn. And then that's the A main. Here's the B main. And there's my C main. Here's the D main, E main, and F main, and G main. This stuff will change a little bit over the next 2 hours as the race event ends. But overall, that was racing at Rhein-Main for week 5. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.